man with green fingers and strong hands, strong-willed and never tired, hardworking, restless, and my forever inspiration. In me, these lists are very simple, innocent, and to some of you it may look a bit amusing too, but they represent something much deeper. They are a true reflection of what our children know, or rather they think that they know about good food. And here is where I start. For the past several years, I have been on a journey with my brand Eva's Healthy Bakes, manufacturing, marketing and selling healthy bakes and whole grain breads. And I also visit schools, colleges, residential associations, clubs across Kerala to talk to people about the importance of good food. Now, wherever I go, I talk to children. I always prefer to talk to children. And at Eva's Healthy Bakes, my main mission was not just selling healthy bakes and making some money out of it, but my main focus was always about waking people up to the truth of what we think is good food and what we get in our plate in the name of good food. Because whatever we eat today, whatever we feed our children with, define their health and in turn their future. Simple. Now, imagine a tiny baby is born, a small little child, tiny fingers and hands, soft skin, and that innocence. I can see so many people automatically smiling. The very thought of a small baby itself brings a smile on our face. That baby, he or she, does not know anything about this world. He doesn't know anything about his religion, faith, ethnicity, color, culture, political ideology, nothing. But as he grows up, he learns everything, something and then everything about all these factors, and these factors become a part of his identity. He starts seeing the world through the lens of his faith, religion, political ideology and ethnicity. And sadly, at times, he or she even goes up to an extent of attacking or hurting or fighting with a fellow human being in the name of the same, similar things. That's the kind of deep impact these factors have on individuals. Remember, when he was born, he was not aware of such things. Now, this is a question that I've always had in my mind. Why can't we instill the same deep amount of conviction and deep understanding about good food and healthy eating habits in our children from a very young age? Just like we would teach them about religion, faith and political ideologies from a very young age, knowingly and unknowingly. Why can't we do that? In our schools, they teach a lot of things. If we teach our children about good food, just like we do about religion, you know what happens? They will start treating their body as a temple, as sacred as a temple, and start thinking wisely about what they put into it. That's the kind of impact. Our schools teach almost everything. English, languages, science, history, so many things. But where is the real meaningful education happening about one of the most essential things for a human? Good food that defines their health. Now, let me ask you a question. Can you tell me what is hydrogenated vegetable fat and how it helps us? Any of you? Any basic thing that you know? So, this silence is not just an indication of ignorance or not having enough of awareness. It reflects a much deeper problem. Now, for your information, hydrogenated vegetable fat is chemically, it's in simple terms, chemically altered oil which turns into trans fat, which causes serious cardiac issues, obesity, and much more severe health issues in our children, in everyone. And I would like to add one more thing, that this particular thing is present in particular quantities in most of the packaged things that we eat on a daily basis. Now, whenever I visit the schools and colleges, I have always been shocked about even the teachers who are supposed to teach the children, guide them, are not aware of it. I have been shocked when I visit schools. The teachers think that hydrogenated vegetable fat is something good because it has the word vegetable in it. How widespread misinformation can be. Now, we have allowed food companies and their marketing to define the word healthy for us. Brilliant marketing strategies, very attractive, beautiful packaging, and clever strategies that blurs the fine line between food that looks good and food that really is. And we do not question. We fall prey to it. Absence of awareness. Now, whenever I visit schools, I love going to schools. I love visiting schools, especially talk to children from age 5 to age 9 because they are like sponge. They absorb. They have no egos. They are eager. They are eager to learn new things. It's so beautiful to communicate with them. And by the end of the session, you fill up with hope about a healthier, enlightened, wiser generation because they absorb everything that you say with a smile. So, you have got a food industry that is duping you, confusing you every single day, and a food regulatory system that is helping this particular food industry flourish on a daily basis, directly or indirectly. What can we do to change this? Why can't we teach our children that following healthy eating habits is as important as following your religion or faith? Why can't we tell them that getting clean food on your plate is not anybody's favor, but your basic right? Why can't we tell them that getting clean food on your plate and having the wisdom for it is basic life skill? And why can't we teach them life skills such as reading a basic food label? How many of us here can read and translate a food label properly in a basic manner? We live in the era of packaged food, which means most of the things that we eat on a daily basis comes in packages, right? I'm sure you all agree with me. Which means from your food is being cultivated in a farm till it reaches your plate, it is either slightly processed, medium processed, or heavily processed. Do we have an idea about the journey that your food is going through till the time it reaches your plate? Do you know what are the extra things that sneaks into it, which gives it much more better looks, taste, so-called taste that we are all conditioned to? No. And don't you think that it's our right to know about it? It's a collective effort. What can we do about it? It's a collective effort. We need to come up and implement more deeper, serious and strict good food education in schools because so that our younger generation is informed. We need to come up with stronger policies to ensure high food standards and clean food on our plates. And most importantly, charity begins at home. You and I need to set an example and live by that example. Whenever I do conduct workshops, it is in that hope that every little drop counts, every little bit counts. Now, whatever I've been talking about so far, it's not a dream. It is happening. The change is happening. I have had the experience of parents of little children who have attended my workshops coming and telling me whenever they meet me in a mall or at a public place, they come and I just had an experience of a parent coming and talking to me, and I felt really happy. So I have had the experience of people coming and telling me about their children going to restaurants and cafes raising questions. Uncle, is this coverture or compound? And if you allow me, I would like to throw another question at you. Can anybody tell me what is coverture and what is compound? These are basic things that we need to know, because you have had compound at least 500 times in your life so far. If you have had commercial chocolates that you get from the grocery store or supermarkets, but we don't know what we have consumed so far. That's the absence of proper food education. But what was the difference here? The difference is, the impact is, the children raised a question. They demanded to know the truth because they were made aware of that particular topic. They knew the difference between compound and coverture. So for your information, compound is fake chocolate that looks like chocolate but which is not, made of hydrogenated vegetable fat, which is trans fat, and coverture is pure chocolate which is made of pure cocoa butter, which is good for your body. Simple. But we're all familiar about such terminologies: angioplasty, angiogram, bypass, stent, open heart surgery. Is something that we get to hear on a daily basis. Compound and coverture, only if we were given an education about it, or only if we are able to read the labels. The decisions that we make today about what our little ones, future generation gets to consume, decides their future tomorrow. Our children, our world, our hope, our tomorrow. Don't you think that this topic deserves importance? We are all in the race of achieving something or not. Still, we all know that when there is no health, there's nothing. We are left alone. That's the sad truth of this world. You have family, you have friends, you have everything, but you have no health, you have nothing, nobody, and sometimes not even your family. This is something that we see around us on a daily basis. So I humbly urge all of you to join me in this mission of prioritizing health education in our schools, in our communities. This is not something that one individual can do. This is a collective effort. Me, you, our teachers, schools, policy makers, influencers, authorities, government. What we prioritize today and teach our children, I repeat, defines their health and their future. And in such circumstances, in a brighter tomorrow, here you will see much more wholesome list of real food, good food, indicating a much more enlightened and wiser generation who knows what they eat, who are conscious about their health, who will take care of their bodies sacredly as a temple, and who will make a better, healthier and happier world. I am leaving this platform with a heart full of gratitude for listening to me, giving me a lot of smiles. It makes a lot of difference. And this, remember, as a global citizen, not just your own child, but every child that you find around you and his well-being is your responsibility. And you cannot run away from that. Said nobody else, but yours truly, Jeemol Koruth Varghese. Thank you.